good. We up. And now, do a StreamYard. Aha, we're live. All right, y'all. Look, I just got like a little short clip. Well, I mean, it's not a short clip. What's up? What's good? StreamYard. I got a video here. Now, it's a longer video, but I'm only going to do a short clip of it because I'm really testing out some ideas right now, but it's actually really good advice, and this is the kind of stuff I'll be listening to. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I get a chance to, like when I'm working out or whatever. So no further ado, let's get right into it. You guys smash that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, join the tribe. Let's go.
In this society, we are encouraged to forgive, to let go, and to move on from the pain others cause us. But today, I want to speak to you about an important distinction when you should extend grace and when you should withhold it. Not everyone who offends you deserves a second chance. There are relationships, partnerships, and circumstances where extending grace can lead to your downfall, where giving someone a second chance only drags you back into the same pit they pulled you into before. There's a time for mercy, but there is also a time for wisdom, a time for self-preservation, for protecting your purpose, and for choosing your destiny over toxic relationships. The Bible teaches us to forgive, but it also teaches us to guard our hearts. There are people you may need to forgive, but that doesn't mean you give them access to your life again.
Absolutely.
There are those who, when given a second chance, will do more harm than good. You see, we are called to forgive for our own sake, to release bitterness and anger. But giving someone a second chance is not always about forgiveness, it's about trust. So today, I am not talking about forgiveness. I am not telling you to hold on to grudges or live in bitterness. What I am telling you is that not everyone deserves a second chance at access to your heart, your dreams, and your future. Let's talk about what happens when you give someone a second chance. Giving someone a second chance means opening the door again. It means letting someone who has already proven that they can hurt you have another opportunity to do the same thing. You know the old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But what is this shame about? It's about neglecting your responsibility to yourself. It's about the decision to let the wrong person have another shot at the center of your life when they have already shown that they do not value it.
Basically saying you're being a fool for love, or maybe you're just being a fool because you are scared to be by yourself.
There are times in life where second chances cost more than you can afford. Maybe it's a business partner who betrayed you. They come back saying all the right things, showing remorse. And in your heart, because you are a person of integrity and mercy, you are tempted to let them back in. But the question you must ask yourself is this: what does this second chance cost me? What will I lose if I give them another opportunity to let me down? A second chance can cost you peace of mind. A second chance can cost you progress. It can cost your focus, your joy, and your ability to pursue your purpose without unnecessary distractions. And beloved, some distractions are so costly that they can derail your destiny. There's something about time that we need to understand. Time is a currency. And when you give someone a second chance, you are investing your time in them. If they failed you once, what guarantee do you have that they won't waste your time again? Let me talk to you about betrayal. Some of the most painful wounds come from those we trusted. When you've been betrayed, it feels like the ground beneath your feet has been pulled away. You feel lost, confused, and sometimes even ashamed that you trusted that person in the first place. Now, I want to be clear, betrayal is not just about broken promises. It's about someone knowing the value you placed on something and deciding to disregard it. It's when someone intentionally goes against the trust you extended to them. When that happens, something more than just a relationship is broken. Your sense of security and trust is also damaged. The first time someone betrays you, it might be their fault. They may have acted out of weakness, selfishness, or ignorance, but when you allow them to betray you again, beloved, that's on you. You can no longer claim innocence when you've been hurt by the same person twice. There's wisdom in recognizing the difference between forgiveness and foolishness. Forgiveness is for you so that you don't carry the burden of bitterness. Foolishness is allowing someone who has shown you their true nature to have another shot at damaging your life.
What's going on?
Think of Judas Iscariot. He walked with Jesus, witnessed miracles, heard the teachings, and was part of the inner circle. Yet he betrayed Jesus. When the time came, Jesus did not invite Judas back into the fold. Jesus forgave from the cross, but Judas was never given another chance to sit at the table. Jesus knew that some betrayals come with consequences, and trust, once broken, cannot always be restored. I have seen too many people fall into the trap of toxic cycles.
Appreciate y'all.
You know what I mean? When someone hurts you, apologizes, promises to change, and for a while things seem to get better. But then before you know it, the same patterns start to reappear. The same issues come up, and you find yourself back where you started hurt, confused, and disappointed. Let me tell you something about toxic people. They thrive on second chances. They know that you are a person of grace, that you value relationships and harmony, and they use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
Toxic people.
That's why you have to have strong boundaries, and people have to know you're going to stand on business, because they use social norms, you know, to take advantage and exploit what they think are your weaknesses. So if they think they can get back in because you're a forgiving person, because you're trying to do the right thing, and everyone tells you to let go of things and allow people to grow, and they'll come back. They'll use it against you.
People will manipulate your desire for peace and forgiveness to keep pulling you back into the same destructive patterns. They rely on your generosity to keep taking from you without ever giving anything meaningful in return. Toxic cycles are a form of control. When someone keeps hurting you and asking for another chance, they are controlling your life. They are dictating your emotional state, your mental energy, and even your spiritual focus. You are constantly preoccupied with their needs, their drama, their apologies, and their promises. Meanwhile, your own purpose is put on hold. Some people are not meant to go with you to the next level. Some people are only in your life for a season, and when that season is over, it's time to let them go.
What's going on?
The mistake many of us make is trying to carry people who have outlived their usefulness in our journey.
Smash that like button. Appreciate you joining.
They become dead weight, holding us back from the new things God wants to do in our lives.
All right.
You see, we often mistake boundaries for harshness. But boundaries are not a lack of forgiveness, they are a sign of wisdom. They are a way of saying, I value myself, my purpose, and my peace too much to let you disrupt it again. There's a story in the Old Testament about Nehemiah. He was tasked with rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem after they had been destroyed. His enemies, Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem, kept trying to distract him from his work. They invited him to meetings, tried to discredit him, and even plotted to harm him. But Nehemiah stayed focused. He set boundaries. He told them, I am doing a great work, and I cannot come down. Nehemiah understood that giving his enemies another chance to distract him would cost him his purpose. He had a wall to rebuild, and he couldn't afford to spend time negotiating with people who had already shown that they were not on his side.
This is an example of people that try to give you constructive criticism, or for content creators, like people that troll. You know, you're not sure if it's trolling or not, but they're asking a question that makes you start doubting yourself or whatever you have going on. You know, you have to have the discernment to just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it's a person that could ask you multiple ways certain things, but if it you know what I'm saying, causes your spidey senses to go off, man, then it's like, man, it's nah, I can see you a mile away. Because they'll take advantage, man. They'll take advantage.
In your life, you are building something, a family, a career, a ministry, a dream. You are building a future. And you cannot afford to come down from that wall to entertain people who have shown themselves to be against your progress.
Appreciate that.
You need boundaries, because without them, you risk giving access to people who will only tear down what you are trying to build. I want you to understand something profound. Your purpose is more important than people's opinions of you. There will be times when people will accuse you of being unforgiving, harsh, or unkind because you refuse to give them a second chance. But you must remember this, your purpose is sacred. It is given to you by God, and you are responsible for protecting it. Sometimes the people asking for a second chance don't understand the weight of your assignment. They don't understand what you've been called to do. And if you allow them back into your life, they will only serve to undermine your purpose. Think of Joseph in the Bible. His brothers sold him into slavery, betrayed him out of jealousy,